how's it going? Armor Blue here. Welcome back to another episode on the Marshjewel server. Let's dive into terraforming. Well, I'm done the bulk of the terraforming, but I could definitely go over it and look at the details of, like, do I like the shape of the shore or would I tweak it some more? Like maybe this patch of dirt. Occasionally beaches do get a bit rocky, so it does kind of make sense. Also, I didn't add a whole bunch of greenery along the edge there. Just kind of ends up being a really clean beach, I guess. So I could definitely at this point go in and go over it, make sure that it does look right. But to be honest, I'm kind of bad at that. I mean, I got super lazy with the trees, so the bushes aren't that great. But they kind of are a place setter. So I might come back and redo them at some point, but they also look okay as they are. It is a really, really big project to go through and do that all in one episode. So I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to come back and change it. And I couldn't quite figure out the bench, but it looks alright. So of course, everything with this build I tried to make very manicured. So the lawn is like freshly mowed. The bushes are not a twig out of place, and so on and so forth. I didn't do inside the gazebo here yet. And another thing I didn't do is the path from this way. The reason I didn't do that is because I want to figure that out after I do the gazebo. Because I feel like whether or not there is much of a deck here kind of depends on what all is in the gazebo. I think there wouldn't be much of a deck with the gazebo right there. Also, I can add some chairs along and umbrellas along the beach if I wanted to. I might do like just an episode dedicated to just the details, such as that. Now that I have the terraforming for the summer section done, I want to turn my attention to the paths. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do in this center area, but I do know it's going to be surrounded by a path in the center here and 4 paths between each season. So I had a few designs in mind, and I just couldn't decide which one to do, so I'm gonna do all of them. I tried to pick out which one suited which season. Each section here will have its own color and design to it, and then hopefully the center will tie it all together. I have everything I need for the paths in these 2 shulker boxes. So let's go ahead and get started with a time lapse. So there you have it. Those are the paths done. I did realize I made a bit of a mistake. I made these ones a bit too wide, that one and this one, and thus they didn't actually reach the end. So I am going to go ahead and fix that. And that is that fixed. So now they go all the way to the end. I'm quite happy with how the paths turned out and how the center really does tie them all together. I am quite pleased with it. I did have troubles figuring out exactly which path goes between which seasons, but the reason I chose this path for this section is because it goes so well with the house. And I figured the brown path would go really well between the fall colors and also winter. And I figured this blue would go better with the summer than the gray would. And so I put the blue there, though the blue could have really gone between the spring and the winter. Especially since the winter is going to be, bluey ice and snow and all of that. But I figured it between the two of them it would go best with all the water of the beach and the spring area. Well, that is it for this episode. Don't forget to tap the thumbs up button before you leave and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss an episode. I'll catch you in the next video.